Hey everyone, how are you? My name is Vanessa Cadorniu, and I am your friendly neighborhood psychic, clinical hypnotherapist, and intuition trainer. Welcome to Intuitive Evolution. So today I wanted to talk briefly about something that one of my friends and students sent to me through Facebook. She sent me a post where a woman was sharing that someone had been cursing her, that it's caused her legal problems, that it's caused her all the stuff in her life, unsettling things. And so she was saying, hey, cursing is real, and that she'd suffered from it. And so my friend and student sent it to me and said, Vanessa, can you do anything about it? Hey, Mireille, how are you? So we're talking about a post that someone sent me about this woman who's been cursed and feels like witches or someone has cursed her. Now, one of the things that a lot of people that are in the spirituality movement, hey, thank you, kisses, kisses, is that they're like, oh, it's all in your imagination, etc. Now, the thing is that there are curses, but curses not always what we think are curses from, let's say, a horror movie or old stories we've heard. Sometimes a curse is as simple as us loving someone and not feeling that we're loved back, and suddenly that feeling of rejection can become a curse. I'm giving you more kisses, Mireille, thank you. So that can become a curse. A story, like in your family, where your great-grandmother said, women are always suffering in our family, and then your grandmother said it, and then your mother said it, and then you received it. It is almost like a curse. What it is, it's an ancestral pattern. So when we're handling these situations where people feel cursed, I've had clients who call me, they're like, Vanessa, I feel cursed. They're not always curses, by people hanging out around a fire with your name on it, burned into a doll, and they're about to throw you in the flames. A lot of times, curses are mindsets. They're patterns that we continue. They're ancestral patterns that we have learned consciously or unconsciously. Sometimes it can be that someone may have thought negatively of us and sent us that information, and we've handed our power over to them so much that we're actually feeling the rejection and the negativity because we're empaths and we're so sensitive. And so there are different instances where we can feel cursed. Hey, Ria, how are you? We're talking about this post that a friend of mine sent me where this woman was feeling cursed. So we can feel cursed because we inherited an ancestral pattern, right? Good afternoon. We can feel it because we've picked up an energy like a soul attachment, and we don't really know what it is because we've had it for a long time. We can feel cursed because someone actually did think negatively of us, and we're empaths and we're sensitive and we're receiving it. We can feel cursed. Now, this is where it gets tricky, right? This poor woman in the post, I reached out to her, I wrote to her. I have seen possession. I don't talk about it often. I have seen possession. I have dealt with dark side. I've dealt with negativity. A lot of people in the spiritual world are very much love and light, everything's okay, we don't need protection. But the truth is, I've seen it with my own eyes. I've experienced it. I don't like to write about it. I don't like to talk about it. Personally, I don't want to attract it. But I wanted to address it because it can be real for certain people. Now, what's the first thing that we need to do if we feel cursed? I would say that we need to pray and ground ourselves in our beliefs, right? So to ground in our faith, whatever it may be, whether it's Jewish, Christian, Islamic, whatever your faith is, to ground in the faith that we have in our divine connection to God, knowing that the light conquers all, that the true power here is love and light and truth. And when we ground ourselves in this healing and in this belief that we can kick out, we can release, we can clear whatever is quote unquote haunting us, tormenting us, or bothering us. So a lot of times in my videos or in my courses, I talk about, our spiritual practice. And sometimes people may be like yawning, oh, Vanessa, get over it. But there's a reason why I talk about spiritual practice, because that's the cornerstone of our lives. Right? Thank you for the hearts. It's the cornerstone of our lives. We don't have to wait till we feel cursed or we feel sick or we don't feel like we're cutting it in life to have a spiritual practice. A spiritual practice is like all of us working out and taking walks every day. And that one day where you've got to run for your life, Well, you've been running, you've been working out, and so you're healthy enough to do it. It's the same thing with spiritual practice. If we're cleansing, if we're grounding, if we're meditating, if we're in prayer, and I don't mean all day because we're all really busy, but even like I pray every night. During the day, I commune with my guides, and I try to cleanse every day. Sometimes I forget, sometimes I do it 3 or 4 times a day. And so this type of faith, this type of energy starts to build these solid building blocks that even if somebody does curse you, even if somebody does try to hurt you, or you've inherited some sort of ancestral pattern or etc., that you'll be able to fight it. So that's the first thing. And for that, you don't need much help. All you need is yourself. There's a lot of stuff on the internet. There's books out. There's videos. You can connect to your own faith. You can start to build a foundation. Now, if you feel that that's not happening, you know, that that's helping to a degree, but you're still like, because clients have literally come to me and like, Vanessa, I feel cursed. One woman called me, I think it was 4 years ago, and we wound up working together. And thank you for the hearts. And what wound up happening is that in a past life regression we did, she actually had made an oath to the dark side, right? So she had lived in a place, you know, in North America where she vowed her soul to the devil, right? Now, in this life, she doesn't even believe in the devil. But in that life, she signed something, a contract. And so now she felt like she was being pursued by this darkness. And so in hypnosis, we had to break the agreement. We had to release that energy from her mind, body, and spirit. And since then, she's been growing as a spiritual teacher, and she no longer feels like she's being pursued by this darkness. And so remember that when we're talking about curses or you know, this heaviness, this cloudy, this energy that feels like stuckness or weight, or feels like dread or fear or anxiety, it doesn't necessarily have to be a curse where people are chanting your name over the fire. It could be that you made a vow in a past life. It could mean that your family line was involved with something maybe negative, and the karma is coming back, and so it's time for you to apologize and clear it. It could be, you know, sometimes people, I just want to share a short story. Somebody came to me, and he was like a powerful healer. He came to me, a young man, and he said, you know, he said, everybody's jealous of me, everybody's jealous of me, everybody's jealous of me. I can't post about my jobs online. I can't post about this, I can't post about that. And I looked at him and I knew that there was this lie that had been passed on. And maybe in the past it protected his family, right? But now it wasn't. Thank you for the hearts. Now it was not protecting him. I said, so wait a minute. You're hiding because you feel that everybody's jealous of you. Now this kid was 28 years old. Hi. And so I said to him, and you know, this sounds mean when I say it, but I said, okay, so everybody's jealous of you. Meanwhile, you have a really bad disease. Everybody's jealous of you, but you live in a place that's not so great. Everybody's jealous of you, but you don't have a girlfriend. Everybody's jealous of you. You don't have a job. Everybody's jealous of you, and you haven't completed your dreams. Everybody's jealous of you, and you don't have a girlfriend. I said, wow. So what's going to happen when you get any of those things that you want? And you had to sit there and think about it. I said, that's why you're not attaining these things. You're telling the story of how people are so jealous of you. And you know, they might be. They might be jealous of your smile. They might be jealous of your energy. Who cares? And so what wound up happening is that this belief was working. Right. Sí, la verdad. Mire, la verdad, pobrecito. You know, he thought everybody was so jealous of him that he wasn't allowing himself to succeed. He wasn't getting a job. He wasn't moving out. He wasn't having a girlfriend. He wasn't healing from his illness because of this belief. So this belief that was passed on, and he's like, well, my mom says, my family says that. I'm like, but if we believe that, then we're limited. We're never going to have anything or experience things or really blossom because everybody's going to be jealous of us. And so I wanted to tell that story because this whole energy of being cursed or feeling overwhelmed or giving too much power away, what it winds up doing is it keeps us stuck. It keeps us stuck in a way where we can't shine because there's always something out there. Now, it's valid. A lot of people have dealt with a lot of struggle in their family line for many different reasons, right? So sometimes fear and sometimes feeling like people will cut you down is a natural response to what some family lines have gone through. At the same time, we're in a different time. And even though there's still racism and homophobia and so much oppression of women, right, in this world, and a million more things that I could add, we are in a different time where there's still ways to bring up awareness about it, to create healing over it. It's not like 300 years ago where things were, I think, even worse. And so I'm going to cut it short now, but But I just wanted to talk about it because I feel it's so important. This energy of feeling cursed, this energy of feeling, like overwhelmed, or this energy that's following us. We do have control. Let's cleanse our homes. Let's cleanse ourselves. And when we need help, to reach out to someone who can help us and guide us through this. Sending you so, so, so much love. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sending hearts. And thank you for being here. It makes it easier to talk when there's people here. Sending you so much love. Bye. May you be blessed. And I hope this served you in some way. Bye-bye.